Hey guys, I'm Aaron with PhoneDog.com. You know what? Vibrant, Captivate, Epic 4G, and finally the Samsung Fascinate with Verizon. It's the last member of the Galaxy S lineup to come to the nationwide carriers, and you know the specs are basically the same. So let's take a look at the camera, and you know, like the Epic 4G, the two CDMA devices, the Epic and the Fascinate, both offer flashes out of the box, which is, you know, a nice improvement and benefit over the Vibrant and the Captivate. Let's have a look at the camera quality, and we'll take a picture of, you know, for example, let's take a picture of, I kind of feel like I'm committing a crime here by taking a picture of the Captivate, but that's okay. We'll take a picture and we'll zoom in. Let's say on the AT&T logo, for example. I don't know, let's do the Samsung logo. And we'll snap a quick shot. Snap a second one. So took those shots. You know, one frustration, while I'm in the camera app, one frustration I had, you know, coming from the Epic, where there's a physical button on the right side, it made it much easier to autofocus. You know, I could sit here and, you know, you press it a slight amount and it would autofocus in, snap the picture, whereas with this one, you know, and the rest of the devices, you have to physically touch the screen. I know it doesn't seem like much, but when you're holding a device and your hands are shaky, you're trying to get a quick picture, you know, shaky hands trying to do that makes it a little bit more complicated. So, you know, I was just a fan of having the picture, or the camera shortcut button, rather, over there on the right-hand corner. But let's have a look at the gallery. We'll go look at our pictures. And we'll see here. You can see I didn't autofocus it in quite as good as I could have. But there's a picture I took earlier of a door and a rug. So to get an idea of, you know, two different colors. And the picture I thought came out very well. And across the board throughout my testing, picture quality has been very good, especially given the right amount of light, such as outdoors, other things like that. Beautiful picture quality. Like the other Galaxy S devices, I've been pleased. It's proof that 5 megapixels, you know, megapixels aren't the entire part of the equation. 5 megapixel camera can be just as good in some cases as an 8 megapixel camera. So pleased with picture quality on that front. Moving on, back to the phone app, you know, voice quality has been very good. Like the rest of the Galaxy S devices, earpiece quality, or earpiece volume rather, has been very loud. Been very pleased on that front. And speakerphones have been good as well. Let's do a quick test. And we'll do 611. And let's listen to it through this baby on speaker. You see, you know, needless to say, I mean, I'm in a quiet room in an office right now, so it's pretty loud, but it's definitely loud coming out of that speaker right there. So actually, I'm going to throw it off speaker real quick because I want to show you something. This is one of the quirks of the Fascinate. There's no fix right now, but let's say you're on a phone call and your cheek hits that search button. Watch what happens when I click that and I'm in a call. Throw it back on speaker. Disconnected. It's one of the many quirks of the Fascinate. If you touch the search button while you're making a call, rather, it automatically disconnects the call. So needless to say, that's kind of frustrating if you have Wi-Fi and you're like, you know, I want to search a restaurant. I want to find a good restaurant to eat at or a good movie to watch. You go hit search, bam, you're disconnected. So a little frustrating on that front. Another quirk I've noticed, you know, and let's see if it does it right now. Yep, see how those the backlights went off on the capacitive button. The buttons rather, before the screen. So let's take a look at the Samsung widgets as well, you know, as kind of a refresher. You'll know that, you know, depending on the user interface that's installed, if it's HTC Sense UI, Moto Blur UI, or, you know, Samsung's TouchWiz, the widgets differ depending on which overlay is on top of Android. So Samsung's widgets are here. You know, I wasn't personally, having used all three of the major overlays. I'm a fan of Sense and Moto Blur in terms of widgets. Didn't quite care for all the ones that TouchWiz have, you know, they come installed on TouchWiz. That said, analog clocks, those are different from some of the other TouchWiz Galaxy S devices. Those are there, so let's just do, you know, analog clock 4, for example. You can see that, and we'll jump back. Buddies Now, calendar clock. Now, a lot of these are stock that come on all of the Galaxy S devices. Buddies Now, calendar clock, daily briefing come pre-installed on all of the devices. Digital clock, that's specific to the Fascinate, if I recall. Then the rest of these, feeds and updates, program monitor come installed on the Galaxy S devices, and then the weather clock differs depending on which device you're working with. I'll jump back to the Captivate. It's either WeatherBug, which is what comes on this, or AccuWeather, if I recall. Let's have a look just to make sure. It could be wrong. Okay, on this case, it's the Yahoo Finance clock, feeds and updates, program monitor on this one. So you can see, you know, days, which is a Captivate specific program. So you can see even those differ depending on which Galaxy S device you're working with. But hey, we're reviewing the Fascinate, so we'll keep it locked on this one. And you can see and jump back into that. So you have your analog clocks, your digital clocks, Buddies Now, daily briefing, feeds and updates, program monitor, and weather clock. But I want to highlight feeds and updates, and I actually already have it as a widget on one of the screens over here. So we're going to tap to add an account. I'm going to add my, you can add Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter, but I'm going to add my Twitter account. And you can see another sign in Twitter first. You can see another issue with the wording of that there, and we'll hit OK. And let me jump into my Twitter account. You can see it's just thinking. Wow, it's already 3:07. Wow. Anyway, feeds and updates, 16 new options there. And since I just have Twitter, you'll notice that there's a Twitter icon that distinguishes whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or MySpace if you have all three or two of the three installed. Since I just have Twitter, obviously they're all Twitter-based things. So I can scroll through and see my contacts as well, and I can write something. So let's do a quick write. I'll say test from Fascinate. Hello world. Hello world. And while I'm in here doing this, you have two options. Like some of the other Galaxy S devices, you have two options in terms of keyboard. You have the standard Android keyboard, and you have swipe as well. So if swipe's your thing, we'll change the input method to swipe. I'm still kind of learning how to use it effectively. I'm not great at it yet. But swipe's pre-installed. Now on the Vibrant and the Captivate rather, there's a Samsung keyboard, a third option that's there as well, but it's not on the Epic or on the Fascinate. So GSM device is only there. But you can see swipe, standard Android keyboard, depending on your personal preference. But let's update. Test from Fascinate. Hello. It's posting. Posting. You can see it thinking. Too bad there's not another circular thingy. We can see it's taking quite a bit of time to post. Could be that Twitter is overloaded too, so I don't want to place the blame on the device, all on the device. It could be that Twitter's overloaded as well, so we'll see. But you get the idea. Whoops. Well, now. You get the idea. And when we go back, let's see if it actually updated anyway. I don't know if it will or not. You can see across the board it seems to be taking quite a bit of time to update. Again, I don't know if that's Twitter being sluggish today or if that's the device itself. Working with feeds and updates on the other devices, I haven't had any problems. So that could be Verizon's data speed, or it could be Twitter, or a combination of both. It could be a perfect storm. Who knows? But I doubt that's probably the fact that Twitter's down. So there you have it, the Samsung Fascinate with Verizon Wireless. It's available for $199.99 after a $100 mail-in rebate at Verizon Wireless retail stores, and it's $199.99 out the door at Best Buy and VerizonWireless.com. It's a nice device. It's still probably my least favorite out of the Galaxy S lineup, just in terms of design, and the fact that there are still a few bugs to be worked out, like the search button, and the fact that that disconnects a call if you're in the middle of a phone call and you try to search, little things like that. But all in all, it's a pretty decent device. It's a decent high-end Android device. And Verizon Android lovers have a pretty good selection of choices between the Fascinate, the Droid Incredible, the Droid X, and then the Droid 2, which actually don't have one of those available at the moment. So, tough call, all of which, the three that are listed here along with the Droid 2 are $199.99. So, it's a $200 price point. Definitely a challenge, to decide which one's the best for you. I think it's all dependent on which user interface you like, which form factor you like. A little bit thinner, a little bit lighter, but plasticky. A little bit bulkier, but bigger screen. Nice Super AMOLED display, thin and light, but a little plasticky as well. So my advice: go into the store, take a look at all these devices, get an idea of what you like, and make a decision from there. But Fascinate, minus the quirks and the bugs, I'm sure will be addressed in future software updates. It's a pretty decent device. Much more coverage to come on the Samsung Fascinate on PhoneDog.com. In the meantime, be sure to head over to Facebook and like us at Facebook.com/PhoneDog. We have exclusive coverage over there along with Sydney's recurring weekly program. Lots of stuff to like. Be sure to head over there and check us out. And follow me on Twitter, PhoneDog_Aaron. Any questions you have about the Fascinate or any other devices I've reviewed in recent memory, I'll be sure to do my best to answer those questions as quickly as possible. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.